For the final time, the sun rises on the World Athletics Championships Tokyo 25. Welcome along to day 9 of 9 to what has been a groundbreaking, history-making, incredible championships.
But Biniman Mahari, the 18-year-old for Ethiopia, has kicked, he's gone. Biniman Mahari has started the closing circuit here. Has Hocker left it too late, or has he timed his finish to perfection? Mahari is starting to falter. It's Kameli who goes into the lead. Gressier looking for space. Hocker swings wide. Kameli from Hocker for Gressier with 60 metres left to go in the men's 5,000-metre World Championships. Hocker gets the redemption following his disqualification in the 1500. Hocker wins it for Kameli. Gressier on the podium again.
Hocker timed it to perfection, as he did against Ingebrigtsen and Josh Kerr in the 1500 last year. 2 years in a row, 2 global golds at different distances. Smashed everyone for the 15 in Paris, and he's beaten Gebrselassie, Ingebrigtsen and all for a wonderful 5,000-metre triumph.
Yeah, it's a completely different challenge. I felt like every time I run the 5,000, I'm pushed out of my comfort zone, more so than the 1500, and it's a lot of work. The 1500 is you go and you're done. Out here I feel like I'm actually working every lap, and it's really hard mentally, but I stayed in it, and I knew if I stayed in it with 2 laps to go that I could win.
The championship record could be on here, and Marat is beginning to suffer. Hunter Bell just gives Marat a little nudge, and it's Great Britain 1-2. Watch for Odira on the outside. This has been so quick. Hodgkinson desperate for this gold, having missed out by a whisker twice. Odira's coming. Hodgkinson's beginning to tie up, and the Kenyan's going to do it. What an upset, what a story. Oh my word. The championship record that has stood since 1983 has gone. It was too fast on the first lap, and Lilian Odira has sent the Kenyans in the crowd into raptures. They have won it, but not the athlete they were expecting. Odira waited, and she struck at just the perfect time. That was a race for the ages. And it's Lilian Odira who goes away as the champion of the world over 800 metres. What a brilliantly timed run by the Kenyan.
I think my kids are my daily motivations. They're the ones who keep me going every day. In every moment I go into a race, they will always wish me all the best. And I always take that as an advantage and as a motivation, because I've been having great women outside here, the likes of Faith Kipyegon, the likes of Hellen Obiri. They always motivate me, and I always use them as an example. I always say, if Faith is making it and she's a mother, Obiri is making it and she's a mother, the likes of Perez. So I think their daily motivations keeps me going, because sometimes I train with Obiri, Helen, and she always motivates me on a daily basis. I think when I was coming to this race, she had to call me because she was racing today, and she wished me all the best, and she told me, you're very capable. So yeah, I always take that as an advantage, and they motivate me on a daily basis.
Sile Tabako, another athlete that might be disappointed with his performance so far here in Tokyo. It was an advantage for the South Africans and the Brit in the drier lanes on the outside, but everybody now into lane 1. You can see the athletes choosing to run just off the curb. There's standing water on the inside of the track here.
McQuaid to Benjamin, Kebinatshipi, and the South Africans with Nene. It was inevitable battens would fall. It's so wet out there. Can the Botswanans do it? No African nation has ever won this title. And look at Nene. Benjamin's driving for the line. What a finish. They're all closing. The American might be caught. Botswana by a whisker. What a race. What a week it's been in Tokyo. And for the first time in history, it's an African nation on top. They have risen like gods. What a finish, what a relay. The Botswanans in the crowd are in tears, and their star men are doing a dance of delight in the rain. What a way to seal the first African gold in the men's 4x4.
I mean, first of all, thanks to the team, the management, and everybody who believed in me. You know, I didn't believe myself coming into this league, because once you are used to bring a medal back home, you start to doubt yourself if you are really good enough. But they did believe in me, and I just had to step up to the occasion and just make sure that I make them proud. So I'm very happy with how I've ran my leg, and I was excited to see the split that I ran a 44.0 on that crazy weather.
You think with Femke Bol on the anchor leg here for the Dutch team, the top three might be away. Certainly the Americans with Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, the individual champion. McLaughlin-Levrone is gliding away here. The conditions are wet and horrible. It's a soggy evening here in Tokyo, but Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone is on fire. She's streaking away down the home straight, less than 50 metres to go. The Jamaicans are holding on to second place. But it is Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone and gold for the US team in the women's 4x400. A championship record in these conditions, 3:16.62.
McLaughlin-Levrone, 47.82. She's only a tenth of a second off the fastest split in World Championship history, but the track is very, very wet.
And they're away, no problem here in the women's 4x100 metres. The big teams, Britain in 4, the States in 5, Jamaica in 6. First changeover, here we go. How are these conditions affecting the athletes? Safe, I think, from all the teams. What discipline from these women. The rain driving in their face, that will be obscuring their vision. Here we go for the second changeover. It's good for the Americans, it's good for the Jamaicans. The Spanish are going well as well. Germany, the bronze medalists from the Olympics, moving well in lane 8. Final changeover, safe for the Americans. Sha'Carri Richardson goes. Jamaica are good. Damon Lisa chasing for Britain. Gina Lukenheffer for Germany, trying to get them on the podium. Sha'Carri Richardson under pressure here. It is going to be a gold for the United States. Sha'Carri Richardson, in what has been a tumultuous year for her on and off the track. She was great here, competing in that 100, making the final, and it's great to see her pick up a medal.
But look how much ground Lukenheffer, second from the left, makes up. Richardson is away. And now Lukenheffer, she was even closing on the Jamaican. That was an incredible last leg from the German. No wonder they're over the moon with the bronze. A little release of steam there for Sha'Carri Richardson. She was the star of the show in Budapest. She wasn't expected to be here, but she produced the season's best, and she's played a part in a race where Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce says goodbye with a silver. The track action in Tokyo has been absolutely unforgettable. Who's having the last say here? Coleman's got out well. It's a decent change to Benarek. The Canadians have some ground to make up here, but they've got the brilliant Jerome Blake. 2 to 3 is good for the States. The crowd roaring on Japan, but they're a little way down at the moment. USA from the Netherlands, but watch the Canadians with de Grasse. It's Lyles against de Grasse. The two champions over 200 metres, but Lyles is never to be denied his shining moment. He has the last word. An 8th world title for the biggest showman in the sport. It was tight on that last changeover, but that's when the American Lion roars his best. He loves the pressure, he loves the stage, and the Americans have rounded off a truly remarkable 9 days of track and field here in Tokyo.
the magical 2 metres in the women's high jump. Nicola Olyslagers is jumping first, so she'll be first to have a go, put the pressure on everyone else, and that's just what the Australian does. That was quite something. So energetic, Olyslagers. And she's the first woman clear at 2 metres. And a glorious gold for Nicola Olyslagers. Finally, she takes the global outdoor title. Just getting Maria Jojic in the shot as well, because there will be 4 medalists in the women's high jump.
The big man bows in honour of those who have stayed around. He's had a brilliant sequence of throws, but he needs to match 67.84. Has he done it with his last effort? It's soaring out there. Oh, yes! Just when we thought the drama had finished in Tokyo. But there is a man mountain, a Swedish Viking who has saved the very best till last.
And away at the first time of asking. A pretty even start, well paced from Ferreira, but it's Neugebauer, the big German over on the outside, who's leading at this stage. Watch as Roth comes through there. Oh, he claims it. Roelsen, the Dutchman, just on the line. And he didn't quite finish as he started. Neugebauer was strong through that middle part of the race. He claims second. Lepage with a 10.84. Right, Neugebauer, the Olympic silver medalist. His best so far has him in 6th place in the men's long jump, 7:50. Final attempt. Well, that is an improvement. Nice hold and drift through the air there. Extending through that leg shoot.
Well, he needs an improvement, Katie, because this is one of his better events. He's a 1,000-pointer. He's an 8-metre jumper, 7.62. So that is 100 points nearly below his best there. Who many experts think to have a chance of winning, he's got to make up ground here in the shot put. Something out towards 17 metres would be needed. And that is over 16 again, but close to his first mark. So this is one of those events, and the jam and the discus, sorry. He's got an absolutely massive discus as Leo Neugebauer, which is event number 7 of the decathlon tomorrow morning. So these are the events where he's really got to try and take some sting out of the rest of the field. That's better. As you can see, 894 points, edging out towards that 17-metre line. So he'll be pretty happy with that, Neugebauer.
Now, Neugebauer, a real star of the decathlon. Olympic silver medalist last year. Hasn't been on fire so far in this competition, but that's better.
One more attempt for the Olympic silver medalist. Great trajectory on that. Whoa, that is flying today for Leo the German.
It's going to be close to the first 1,000-point throw we've ever seen in a World Championships in the decathlon.
Oh no, look at that, 999 points. He's 2 centimetres shy of that mark. A massive monster effort.
He could take the lead if this is bigger than 61. Oh yes, oh yes, we have a new leader. His lead is diminishing, but I think he's just about finished close enough to Owens de Lerme, and that means in the event they love more than any other, the Germans have a world champion in the decathlon, and his name is Leo Neugebauer. It's been nothing short of a privilege to be here in Tokyo. 2025 signs off in style. See you in Beijing in 27. Bye-bye.